Episode 7. We're down Jaden once again. He's sick. But welcome back to the RPT podcast. You got Jesse and I still. Jesse was saying he's got a theory on why Jaden's not here. What is
Justin Fields is getting benched.
it?
You don't want to hear it.
No, he didn't. He did not. But I did see earlier. I was watching the Insiders actually. I think it was the Insiders.
They haven't actually came out saying like who's going to be starting.
Well,
but
they were saying that Tomlin is leaving it open at the moment.
yeah, Russell was taking all the first team snaps today
Yeah, I bet you.
on a Thursday or on a Wednesday. That
Yeah.
kind of is a all tell.
Yeah. But no, Jaden. I know last week you wore this, but you're gonna be wearing it next week too, and the fans are gonna keep you honest about it. So let's get into some college football a little bit.
Which game you want to go to first?
Uh,
And I swear, every time you have this plan, it's either the Dallas game when they get their ass kicked, or you got the Philly game when they win.
well, last week it was Houston.
Yeah.
I don't plan
But
it.
it's
I don't know
because
that.
you guys had a bye week and Dallas won. So
Yeah.
I think you look at what they are planning on showing
Yeah.
and then putting it on.
The NFL Network is currently replaying the Browns-Eagles game right now. It's the start of it. But no, let's get into Oregon, Ohio State a little bit. Did you watch that game?
I watched some of the beginning, but I didn't watch the end because K-State was already going.
Yeah.
But I went back and saw stuff.
Yeah.
The NCAA will be changing the rule, just like the NFL did.
Yeah.
But very smart.
Very.
I
He just want. I didn't even. That didn't even cross my mind that could happen. To be honest.
Well, I can't remember who did it in the NFL, but it was during a big game in the NFL. Oh, the Giants.
Was it?
I want to say somebody in the Super Bowl did it. And which then the NFL made it a dead ball foul
Yeah.
instead of a running clock.
Yeah. But what about Will Howard though?
You got to know a little bit better, but I still do think that's on the coaches too, because that was a design quarterback draw.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, Howard just doing what he was told to do.
Yeah. Now I did see a couple clips of some people believe there's 1 second left, and it reminded me the whole Texas-Nebraska Big 12 championship game.
Or the Dak Prescott
Yeah.
3 years ago against the Niners.
Yep. And I've seen it, and it's close. It's like right there.
I'm surprised they didn't actually review it.
Yeah. Because they were in field goal range.
Yeah. But you have 1 second left. He slid in the middle of the field. Did they have a timeout?
They did not have. I don't think they had any timeouts.
I was about to say, because if they don't have any timeouts, he slid past the first down.
Yeah.
So with 1 second left, the clock starts once the ball's spotted and the chains are set.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot snap a ball without that 1 second running off.
Yeah.
Unless they had a timeout to call.
Which I can't remember, to be honest, but I don't think they did. I don't know. I was at the end of that game when that happened. I was like, "Holy shit!" Because we just got online.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we were online for a little bit.
Because the K-State game just started when that happened.
Yep.
And you were asking me because you said it was being a hell of a finish. So if I was watching that too,
Yeah.
and said no, I'm watching the K-State game, and I was afraid to throw it on my phone because then it knocked off one of my parents.
Yep.
From the game over at their house.
It was a good game though. Oregon's pretty good. But did you see? I think I brought it up when we were online. I don't remember the player's name. Number 1 from Oregon spit on number 1 from Ohio State.
I think you brought it up, but I think that's when I was still playing, so I didn't.
Oh, Stupid. Why would you do that? One, you know your team needs you in this big game, but he fucking spit right on him.
Like not even trying to hide it,
No,
just
didn't even try to hide it. Then he gets called, gets disqualified. And then as he's walking through the tunnel, he's slamming his helmet, gets down, he's all pissed, and he's like, "What do you expect to
so
happen?"
just like number 13 for Alabama when they got beat by Vandy.
Yeah.
When he threw his mouthpiece, then when the ref spotted the ball after the knee, he went and kicked it.
Mm-hmm. Like what? That just shows very poor sportsmanship and temper
Well,
temper
we want to talk
tantrums.
about sportsmanship. K State, Colorado game.
Yeah. I fell asleep before the finish of that game. I'm not gonna lie.
I stayed up until 1:20 and
Yeah.
watched the entire thing.
Yeah.
Uh, Hell of a game, hell of a finish. Uh, Colorado fans will say different, but that wasn't PI at the end of the game.
I haven't seen it.
The ball was thrown 5 yards underneath the dude. The
Oh.
ball wasn't catchable at all.
Oh.
And
Of course, Dion goes.
we
He
want
thought
to
it was.
talk about sportsmanlike stuff. So Avery Johnson, after his first rushing touchdown, got up, did the
Yeah.
Dion dance, and the refs like, no, you got to get back.
Well, when he was doing that, one of the Colorado players went up and bumped him too.
Yeah. Um, and then whenever any K State player had a big play, a touchdown sack, the ref was right there, like, nope.
Huh.
But Colorado scores to have a big play, yeah, letting them celebrate the entire time.
Yeah.
And then, so I
Huh.
understand Travis Hunter got hurt, and for him to go into the locker room right at the end of the game, not shake hands.
Yeah. That's.
So, because he was injured, so get in before getting
Yeah,
bumped
but
into whatnot. Shadir Sanders went right with him.
huh.
Didn't even shake Avery Johnson's hand.
Yeah, that's unsportsmanship right there.
And yeah, so
I'm gonna
it's
say this. I'm glad K State beat him. I'm so happy.
and Avery Johnson showed up, showed out. He had himself a day. His comeback win.
Did you get nervous when he got hurt?
I was wondering kind of what was going on. It seemed like a hip flexor because he was still able to get up and kind of jog a little bit,
Yeah.
but I became more at ease when his backup came in and just did his job.
Yeah.
I mean, he went 2 for 4 completions. He had to throw the ball a few times. I mean,
Because
it wasn't just handing it to DJ, who had a hell of a game.
um, was he in for one drive or two?
One. He
One.
was in for the end of one drive. But, I mean, they got into some third down situations.
Yeah.
Like I said, DJ had a hell of a game. I mean, I'll pull up the stats here real quick.
I tell you what, Colorado cannot stop the run.
No. Yeah, so DJ Giddens had 25 carries, 182 yards.
Oh.
And so he averaged 7 yards a run. But then Dylan Edwards had 7 carries, 21 yards, and a touchdown. So he only averaged 3 for Edwards.
Yeah.
But he was a Colorado. I was so happy when he scored.
Yeah.
Um, but no, Robertson, who came in for Avery, went 2 for 3, 14 yards.
Huh. I don't know that did K State move up in the rankings at all this week?
Yeah, they went up to 17. They moved up one spot.
Okay.
But they were in a 3-way tie for 18 last week. So, and they beat an unranked Colorado. So
No, but I feel like in now these past 2 years with Colorado and all the hype they get to go into Colorado and beat them, that's saying something. I feel
well,
like.
and Shadir Sanders is not a slouch.
No.
Like my dad's, the defense, the secondary has to lock it up, and
Yeah.
they do, but you went against a really good Colorado passing offense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Now I fell asleep before the end of it. K State was winning when I fell asleep.
so they're winning, and then Colorado, the shift kind of changed. Colorado took over the momentum, went down, scored, and then Avery Johnson happened.
I seen that that pass that he had.
And Jace Brown, the high football IQ just slowed down. I'm already overrunning the ball. Slow down so I can get back to top speed and catch it.
Yeah.
And I'm drawing the PI.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now hell of a K-State win. They
Yeah.
have another tough one on the road against West Virginia and Morgantown this week.
Yeah.
6:30 kickoff. Thank God.
At least it's not 9:15, 9:30.
That's like when you said you weren't feeling good on Saturday and might not get on. I'm like, what am I gonna do for like another
Yeah.
2 hours before kickoff?
Oh man.
But no, it was fun sitting there, me still having my headset on the PS5 while you
Yeah.
guys are playing and I'm watching the game.
Yeah, it was. It was awesome. We should do that a lot more often. I think we. I mean, Sundays not really, because Sundays when I got the Eagles game on, I'm kind of.
Yeah, and that's like where, I mean, I can do it during a Cowboy game, but
Yeah.
normally if I'm watching a Cowboy game, it's during the daytime. I'm over at my parents watching on the
Yeah.
big screen.
Yeah.
So
So, did you get to see any of the Texas Oklahoma game?
I watched majority of it, or yeah, majority of it. I was able to get out of work a little earlier, so
At
uh,
first, I was a little worried
see,
because
I
obviously,
I started watching in the second quarter,
yeah. So you
so
didn't see how
I didn't
rusty.
see Quinn Ewers,
Yeah.
but
Texas just steamrolled
yeah, I mean it
them.
wasn't even close. But like Baker said, he is living in rent free in
Mhm.
like none of those players were around. The coach wasn't even around.
I know. That's why when they did it, I was like, why?
Yeah. Like you want to go plant in midfield, cool. But you're doing it on a Baker, Oklahoma jersey?
Yeah. For how long has it been?
10 years.
Yeah. 10 years. Why?
It's
Why?
like none of those coaches were around. None of the players were
I
around.
want to know the moment Baker Mayfield heard the news that happened, because did he first hear it in that press conference, or no? I bet you he's
Oh,
watching.
I guarantee he was watching the game. Hell, he
Yeah.
might have even been.
There,
Where did Tampa play at last week? Did they play
they
at
were
home?
in New Orleans.
He could have been there because New Orleans isn't that far from
No.
Austin or from the Cotton Bowl.
So I don't know. I just want to know what his thoughts were. Like, if he just was like, "What? Why?" or like, "What did I do?"
Yeah,
But
I mean that would be like Texas and at the end of the Texas K-State game putting out Josh Freeman's jersey and planting it or something.
yeah.
Because I mean, in his 2 years at K-State, he beat Texas both years.
Yeah.
Or Jordy Nelson.
Oh my god, I forgot about him.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, with that was the only good thing Ron Prince did in his 2 years is beat Texas both years. And 1 year was when Texas was #1, and it was in Manhattan. I got a picture of that with the crowd storming the field.
Oh wow.
Uh, yeah, because Colt McCoy scored a touchdown on their first drive,
Mhm.
but hurt his neck, and his daddy kept him out of the game.
Oh yeah, that was the game.
Yeah, that was the game that he hurt his neck, and
Holy shit.
his dad kept him out of the game. He wanted to come back, but
I
and I think
forgot.
K-State won like 45-42.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was the game. Um. Now, Alabama, they're not.
I got Tennessee picked to win this week.
You do?
Alabama's going to Tennessee, so they just got beat by Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee,
Yeah.
and almost got upset at home by South Carolina.
Yeah.
And now you're going to Tennessee.
Mhm.
They just aren't the Alabama of normal.
They're not. Not at all. Now, in Georgia almost got beat by Kentucky this week too. Was it Kentucky? I just I like seeing these teams not do so good now, because
Well, I'm rooting for Georgia this week.
who they play?
Texas.
Oh yeah, that's right. And Georgia. That's a big game for Texas right now.
I mean, Georgia beat Mississippi State by 10.
But oh, it was Mississippi State.
Yeah, so I mean, and Tennessee got taken to overtime by Florida, so that's
Yeah.
LSU had a big win against Ole Miss.
Yeah. And then you see Jackson Dart's press conference.
Mm-mm.
So he had his hood on, and then he wears his eye black, like it reminds me of baseball players. He's got
Oh, he goes the two
yeah,
fingers down.
but he had just you could just see one, and the meme was they lost against LSU, and then he's Anakin from
Oh,
Star Wars when Anakin turns to the dark side. It's pretty funny.
so I'll just say this though, because you brought up baseball. Yeah,
Hmm.
how about my Yankees 2-0 series lead?
Yeah,
The
they're off tonight, right?
Yeah, the Dodgers play tonight. The NL plays tonight.
I hope the Dodgers win. Fuck the Mets.
Dude, I'm
Not the
torn.
Subway Series because like
See, that's where I'm torn because my dad's a Dodgers fan, so I want a Yankees Dodgers World Series.
yeah,
Especially then, I hope for one game if that happens, Dodgers wear some throwbacks, and when they're playing in New York,
yeah,
some Brooklyn Dodger throwbacks
yeah.
against the Bronx Bombers.
That would be cool
But
to
then it'd
see.
also be pretty cool to have a Subway showdown.
But so I can't remember what's his name on Barstool. They were talking about it. How bad does people really want the Subway Series
It'd
though?
be To me that would have to be the quickest World Series ever. There should be no rest travel day. It should
No.
just be 7 days straight if
Yeah.
it goes 7 games. There should be no rest, no travel days. I mean, it's a Subway. It's
Yeah. I I don't know.
But no, I am actually hoping for the Yankees Dodgers just to have my team versus my dad's team in the World Series,
Yeah.
and then also that Brooklyn Dodger. And I hope one game they all wear 42. I mean, just like they
That
do
would be
on
dope.
Jackie Robinson Day. I mean, if
Yeah.
they all wear the or Bronx Bombers throwbacks, so just all the pinstripes, and then the Brooklyn Dodgers throwbacks
Mhm.
all wear 42.
Yeah. Now, I'm going for Cleveland obviously.
Well, I
I don't
figured.
really like Cleveland either,
Yeah,
but
but you aren't going to root for the Yankees.
no. But if it is the Yankees, so this is where I know we're getting into baseball a little bit, but it is the World Series. I feel like we have to, and obviously it's your Yankees. Um,
Well, I'm at a point if the Yankees play during a Cowboy game, I'm watching the Yankees.
yeah, I don't blame you on that one. I probably would too. But quick note on it: if it's Dodgers Yankees, I'm going for the Dodgers. But if it's the Mets and the Yankees, I would just hope both teams could lose if that was possible. I don't like the Mets either. But
All right, so that was my.
yeah, see, we're gonna get into this because I feel like this week it's okay for us to talk about our two teams because more than usual because of situations that has happened. They're completely different from each other, but situations that have happened.
Yeah,
Um, but I do want to say at least you have a team right now that is really good.
for now.
For now,
I
they're
mean,
in the playoffs.
it's a 20-year anniversary of '04.
Yeah,
I mean, they might go at 3-0.
yeah.
I mean, I
But back to football.
must say, is there any other college stuff that you want to go about? Penn
Uh,
State, USC.
I didn't watch any of that.
Yeah, so since Texas steamrolled Oklahoma, we went to a multi-view instead of just the game,
Yeah,
and I was paying more attention to that game. Granted, I picked Penn State my pick 'em. I was going for USC just so the number 5 team would get beat, and then
yeah,
was a guarantee 2 or 3 would get beat,
yeah,
or 3 or 4, whatever they were ranked at the time. I think 2 and 3, Ohio State and Oregon. So just
yeah. It was two
all
and three.
hell
Yeah,
would be,
yeah.
but no, USC choked.
What was the final score of that game?
Penn State won by 2, 43-41, something like that.
I know my dad was watching it, but
Or no, it won in overtime, so they won by 3.
Okay.
which the refs screwed USC.
Really?
Sorry, Paul, if you listen to this.
I think he
But
does.
yeah, Penn State got lucky. I think your dad would actually agree
He probably would.
that there was some PI missed
Really?
in the USC game
Oh,
in overtime.
shit.
Uh, Granted, the kicker still needs to make their field goal,
Yeah.
but Penn State and Franklin got away with one in the Coliseum.
Holy shit. Do you know who they have this week? I wonder if they're on a bye, actually.
And
No, they were, I think they already had a bye.
well, Big Ten's weird. They're doing like 2 bye weeks, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because
But I do think Penn State might be on a bye week.
I think they are. But, no, I didn't watch any of that game.
Yeah, Penn is on a bye. So their next game is in week 9 against Wisconsin.
Ooh.
And see, this is what I don't get. Why is the Nebraska Ohio State game in week 9 at 11 a.m.?
I don't know. It's probably because of the Huskers and
I mean, switch the Penn State Wisconsin game and the Nebraska Ohio State game.
what time's that?
6:30.
Yeah. But Nebraska's had a lot of night games already.
Well, and they end on a night game. The
Yeah.
Iowa Nebraska game is a 6:30 game. Normally that's like a 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if those kids in the Charlton Hospital there in Iowa City are going to be awake to.
Yeah.
It'll be dinner time.
Yeah. Um, Before we switch to the NFL, I do want to say a little bit about the Huskers. Just Jaden's not here. I'm not going to go on a rant like he does.
I say, what's there to talk about? They had a bye.
They did. All I'm going to say is,
Did they
I don't know.
win?
Indiana, they're probably still ranked 18th, right?
No, they jumped up to like 16, I think.
I haven't really looked at their schedule, but I've heard that they haven't really played anybody yet.
Oh, that they're fakes? No. You live in Nebraska and they're.
No, this is Will Compton. Did you see Will
Yeah,
Compton tell that to Donald
16.
Trump?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
also Will Compton.
Yeah.
No, the Indiana's 16, so they've played Florida International, Western Illinois, UCLA, Charlotte, Maryland, Northwestern. Have been all the teams that they've played.
Yeah. Northwestern is, I don't know.
And that was their closest game.
Northwestern was?
And they won by 17.
Yeah.
So they beat FIU 31-7. Western Illinois 77-3. UCLA 42-13. Charlotte 52-14. Maryland 42-28. Oh no, so that's the closest game. That was a 14-point. And then they beat Northwestern 41-24.
Okay. Okay.
So all have been 3 scores.
Yeah.
Granted, no, they haven't played anybody, but
They're blowing them up.
they aren't in close games.
No. No, what I was gonna say though is obviously at the beginning of the season or after the first week, everybody's like, "Oh, the Nebraska's can go 7-0 before Ohio State." Just like Jaden said,
they're gonna be 5-2.
I think everybody skipped over Indiana or wasn't expecting them to be as good as they are right now. And I feel like this is actually the real test to see.
So, like I said earlier in the season, Nebraska will be making a bowl game.
Yeah.
I do not see them
In the playoffs.
No, they aren't making the playoffs. But I do not see them not winning another game.
No, they
have to win one more and they're bowl eligible.
Yeah.
You got to get to 6. They're 5-1.
Yeah.
Their bowl eligible win will be on November 2nd.
When they play UCLA?
Yeah, when they play UCLA. When they play UCLA, who's only won one
Oh,
game this year.
you know what I realized? Why Jane didn't come? It's because look who they play after Indiana.
Yeah,
And
Ohio
guess
State.
who he wanted to win against his Oregon Ducks?
Yeah.
Because he was a Ducks fan. He
Wore
wanted Ohio
some
State to be
Oregon
undefeated.
Ducks shorts last year.
Yeah.
No, I do have Nebraska winning 2 more games this year. You want to? So I already said UCLA. You want to take a pick at?
Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I have them winning that game is because it's in Lincoln. If it was in
I honestly,
Wisconsin, no.
I don't know much about Iowa, but I don't think their offense is.
Their offense has
It's
never
their
been that
defense that's the
good.
big
Yes,
thing.
their defense is good. So it's going to be a defensive battle. It's going to be a field goal game. And how good is Nebraska's kicker?
Yeah.
It's yeah.
I don't know.
If it was in Lincoln, I'd say they have 3 wins.
Yeah.
It's Kinnick Stadium.
Yep. Yeah.
I,
I don't know. If Nebraska comes out of this week with the win, then I don't know. Might jump more on the hype train if they win this week. I don't. They're not going to beat Ohio State. I know that, but
so while we're on Nebraska, and this happened a couple weeks ago, Dylan Rivals' younger brother
yeah.
is committed to Nebraska.
Yep.
He plays quarterback.
Yep.
So is Dylan thinking that because he comes in 2026?
Yeah, it would be Dylan's junior year.
So is he thinking Dylan's gone and he's going to be the next starter?
I would say no. I would
Or is he
say
trying to just play 1 year in college and then Dylan goes?
maybe. Maybe he wants to play. Yeah, maybe. I feel like that's what it is. But at the same time, I don't know Dylan. I don't know. Maybe Dylan's like, okay, I'm
He's
going to
out
the NFL.
transferring to NFL.
Yeah. I don't know. But at the same time, I feel like it would be cool to, like, yeah, my brother's backup in college football. That'd be cool.
I'd be pissed. Like, no, I'm
Well,
going for
if
that
you're the
starting
older,
spot.
yeah.
If
But
I'm
if
the
you're the
younger,
older brother and you're the younger brother, and you're like, well, okay, he's a junior, I'm a freshman.
I'm beating his ass out.
That
He's going to be
that's
starting
good.
underneath me.
That's a healthy competition.
Is
But
it really healthy?
yeah, yeah. But that's all I got from Nebraska. I know if Jaden was here, he's got a lot more to say, even though we're coming off a bye week. But
um, last college thing I want to talk about:
yeah.
Army and Navy.
So I didn't realize
Both.
Army as the number one rush offense.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Both ranked
Army's what?
23 and Navy's 25.
Ooh. When do they play?
Well, they play after the season actually ends. So
That's right.
after the playoffs are announced.
Yeah.
So there is a chance that they play back to back to, well, not back to back to back, because they're in the same conference.
Yep.
So they might have to play in their conference championship game
And then play again.
and then play again
Holy shit.
for the Army
Yeah.
Navy game.
This is the first time since.
Well, first time since 1947. Both of them have been 5-0.
Yeah. That's awesome. But I did not really. I heard it today that Army's got the number one rush offense. I think I don't remember what they average, but
So there is. I don't know if I screenshotted it because I was hoping Jaden would be here. Guess he always wants to talk about Nebraska rushing defense and their statistics and everything. Yep. And how Nebraska's rushing defense is awesome, and because they haven't allowed a touchdown yet, a rushing touchdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have the 7th-ranked rushing defense in the nation.
Nebraska does.
Yep.
Is it because of yards?
Averages in yards.
Yeah.
And so this was before the only team that, or no, This was after this past weekend. I saw this on Sunday.
Huh.
You want to know who has the number 2 rushing defense?
Navy.
K-State.
Oh, K-State. Oh, yeah. Who's number 1?
Ole Miss. But that's because they've played 7 games. They haven't had a bye week yet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So their averages. So K-State's averaging giving up 2.5 yards on a carry. 71.7 rushing yards a game.
Holy shit.
Nebraska's averaging giving up 2.7 yards and 84.2 yards a game. Granted, K-State's had 170 rushing attempts against them to Nebraska's 187.
So who's in between 2 and 7?
So there's Michigan, it's number 3. Army's number 4. Tennessee, Indiana,
Huh?
then Nebraska.
I don't know.
So yeah, throw up them bones.
Yeah. But being in the top 10.
But K-State's also given up 5 rushing touchdowns this year to where Nebraska has given up none. That is an impressive stat.
But K-State, they're
But
all
don't
in the
tell
red
me.
zone. Well, they're in the red zone, right? Yeah.
Well, except that one big Arizona run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one.
But don't sit there and tell me that run defense is the best in the country when we can look at statistics and my team is above that.
Yeah.
So,
all right, you ready to get into some NFL?
yeah.
Before
is this a tush push coming up?
yes, it is. It is. It still works, bro. Still works. Just like I don't think they missed a beat on it with Kelsey being gone.
Yeah, that would have been a 2-yard gain though instead of 1 with Kelsey, because he already moves that ball up that 1 yard.
Yeah. Good
He's
one.
even admitted to it.
That's a good one. But no, before we get into our teams,
can I say one thing though while I'm on Kelsey?
Yeah.
So I was at Hy-Vee on Sunday shopping.
Chunky. Oh, his commercials.
No, so I guess it's a thing. Like he has his favorite cereals. Travis has their favorite cereals.
Huh.
And Kellogg's did like a Kelsey mix.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it.
What is it?
Reese's cereal. Whatever, the Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, Reese's Puffs.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Holy shit.
And Lucky Charms.
What the hell? That's all mixed together?
Yeah. It's not bad.
Really?
Yeah, it goes well.
I feel like the cinnamon and the Reese's Puff would go really good together, but then you throw the Lucky Charms in there.
See, I was all good with the marshmallows being in there. It was the actual, like, that weird piece that has, like, no flavor.
Yeah.
That's where I was kind of, like, thrown at. But, no,
it's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Bro, I could not tell you the last time I've had cereal.
I try and eat more breakfast, but I hardly ever eat breakfast.
I don't
so
eat
it's
breakfast.
Like, if I buy a cereal, like, cool, I'll eat it for a week, and then on my days off, or on my day off.
Yeah.
So I have breakfast normally once a week.
Yeah.
That's
Holy
normally
shit.
the only day I eat 3 meals.
But Reese's, Cinnamon Toast, and Lucky Charms. I kind of want to try it now.
Dude, go to Hy-Vee, grab a box.
I think we might. I think we're going to go to Hy-Vee tomorrow.
But all right, so let's get back to actual football.
So let's talk about what we talked a little bit about last week. That I remember I said Devontae Adams would be stupid. I didn't say stupid, but I don't think I said stupid. If he went to the Jets, and he went to the Jets.
Yeah, so I cannot believe that his hamstring is already all healed.
Amazing.
But no, I can't believe the Jets did not also try and drop off Hassan Reddick.
I know.
But now I think Hassan Reddick is going to go to Detroit with Aiden Hutchinson down.
But did you see if he gets traded to an NFC team? The Eagles get the Jets.
Oh, there's a
2026 second round pick.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
How we doing? How is shit? And
Hmm.
there's your chunky commercial too.
Yeah, that's. I thought you were bringing that up because of that commercial, exactly.
So he did not make enough money in the NFL. And look, you
He's
cannot
everywhere
watch
now.
a commercial during an NFL Sunday without him being in it.
No, you can't.
So Kelsey's done after Travis is done after this
Yeah,
year.
he's bored though. You gotta understand, he doesn't know what to do. But no,
He's gonna screw her name, what's her name, and then go do commercials with his brother.
what's her name? Did you see what? I think it was true. I can't remember what I seen it on, but apparently Goodell said that if she was interested, she can buy part of the Chiefs. So I don't know the technical terms, but if she was interested, now if she did that, I'd be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
But no. So we want to get back into all the news from yesterday
Yeah, yeah,
because there's a bunch of it.
yeah.
So no, back to the Adams. Did they just trade Devontae so they can have Tom Brady? Brady only wants one name in that star or in that Raiders nation.
It's very suspicious that both of those happen on the same day.
Well, and then also the Amari Cooper trade,
Yeah,
which I think is a way more beneficial trade. And I have more to say about that when we get to my Cowboys
yeah.
because I saw something that really pissed me off right before I came over.
um, but no, with Adams with being on the Jets now. Well, did you watch the Monday night game? No.
No, after the Cowboys ass kicking, I was about done.
Yeah,
Especially because I was already up until 1:30 in the morning on Sunday,
yeah.
and of course I was still up at. No, actually I slept till 7:45. I was shocked,
Holy shit.
but no, I didn't watch much football
I
or
was, I
any
was hoping you
football.
did because I didn't watch much either because we had softball. But
Yeah, I didn't watch the Monday night game. Didn't really care to. Didn't watch the Sunday night game.
um, but no, obviously the Jets lost. And I think it was a lot closer game than I expected it to be.
When I heard, I saw the Hail Mary,
Yeah,
but then I heard Rodgers just couldn't get it done.
yeah.
I
I
think
mean, he had, I think, later, towards the end of the game, he started, from what I seen, he was driving down the field, but then is it an interception? But um,
sounds
he
Farvish.
yeah, he wasn't getting it done.
I think he's in Minnesota next year.
Imagine that Adams finally gets back with Rodgers, and the next year Rodgers is just gone. Fucking Adams is gonna go with him too.
No, that
No,
wasn't the Bret Hart story. So
oh, and
I'm
then
I'm waiting for the penis picture controversy for
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers with Danica Patrick.
but no. What is it that you think was smart on Devontae Adams? Because he says he wants to win a championship before he's done, but the Jets
Yeah,
aren't going to do that for him.
unless the Jets do some crazy shit during the before the trade deadline, they aren't gonna get anywhere.
No,
They don't have a terrible offensive line,
no,
but their defense line cannot pass rush. They have a decent a run stop defense,
hey,
but they need to either get someone with a Hassan Reddick trade or just actually give Reddick his money.
yeah. Because I tell you this, he's a great pass rusher.
I
Yeah.
know.
Um.
But no, they've got to do something, and that's where I didn't even realize that Devontae Adams got traded yesterday until I got home,
I didn't either.
and then but I knew Amari Cooper got traded to the Bills. before I knew about Devontae Adams.
I can't remember which one I seen first, but
Well, I saw the Cooper one while I was at work and didn't came home. My dad told me about the Adams
yeah.
trade, and
Hmm.
uh, so, but yeah, no, I think the Cooper trade is more beneficial
Yeah, I think so too.
because he's not like Stephon Diggs. He doesn't need 10 targets a game for Allen.
No.
Like, I'll just do my job. I'll get open. If I'm not, I'll block. I'll do whatever I
Hmm.
need to do. And so now I guess I'll start my Cowboys rant.
Hold on, before we do that, because when you do that, I'll get into my Eagles rant too. Um, well, I guess it's the same. We could get into it because it's still. I wanted to talk about Hutchinson.
Oh, we can talk about Aiden real
Yeah.
quick.
Uh,
Hope he gets better.
I do too.
I'm hoping there's no when they actually they did the surgery yesterday.
Yeah. And Campbell said everything went
Yeah,
great.
I'm happy it wasn't a compound fracture.
It it was wild.
Well, and see, like when they show it during the game,
Yeah.
you don't see that lower part.
Mm-mm.
So I thought his foot cleat just got stuck,
Yeah.
and I thought it was an ACL.
Yeah.
And then I saw videos of him
Well,
hitting his other player when
yeah.
he's swinging around.
That's wild to me because I felt like that could happen more
Any,
than what people realize.
oh yeah, any play.
Yeah.
Because that's where you gator roll.
Yeah.
You make the tackle, you throw your legs, and you
Hmm.
roll.
And then he's laying down on the field and he just instantly starts taking off his gloves. And at first I was like,
Well, yeah,
why?
he threw his mouthpiece, then took off the gloves, or vice versa. Started taking off his gloves, threw his mouthpiece, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
I
But
was
once I see that, you know,
which I was confused. I was like, why is he worried about taking his gloves off right now? But then in my mind, I was like, okay, well, he knows he's hurt, and I feel like he's just trying to like get his mind off of that. So he's like, I'm taking my gloves off, and I don't know. That's crazy. It
but
sucks.
no, what is crazy to me though too is okay 2 3 years ago when Dak stiff armed the guy from the Giants
Yeah.
into his leg
Yep.
and broke his ankle.
Hmm.
They replayed that over and over
And
and
they
over
replayed
again.
Mahomes tackling fucking
Rasheed Rice.
yeah.
But Rasheed Rice, it was a torn ligament. Like you didn't see the bone like
Yeah.
snap.
Yeah.
It wasn't very gruesome, I
Yeah.
guess I'll say. But then there's been a couple injuries as of late between last year and this year that the TV networks, the commentators, they show one replay that you can't even really see, and then they go to a commercial break,
Yeah.
and then it's yeah, we saw it, we aren't going to show it again, and whatnot. It was just that bad. But I'm like, when Dak, like you saw, he stiff armed the dude's head
Yeah.
into his ankle,
Yeah.
and it snapped.
Fuck.
And you guys just replayed it and replayed it.
Maybe times were different then. But nah, that's. I hope Aiden gets soon or gets better soon.
Yeah, I mean,
That was wild. Um.
like me being a Cowboys fan,
Yep.
that game didn't go my way, but I still never want to see an actual
No.
injury.
No.
Like, I might want a player to get hurt
I
for a
did.
few plays,
I did.
but I don't want an injury.
No, and I like this. I like seeing Parsons go up to him and
Oh yeah.
tap him on the shoulder pads and on. That was cool. All right, Jesse,
So
get into it.
back to Amari Cooper.
Yep.
2 years ago, salary cap issues. We traded Amari Cooper, a fifth-round pick. He gets traded to the Bills for a third round. We're all in this year. We haven't been close. We've been in 20-point deficits at home since playoffs of last year.
Mhm.
No improvement to the run game. No big splash in free agency. Jerry Jones is the issue. Great owner. He's a great owner. He draws fans. He draws people in the seats. That's what he needs to worry about as an owner is the revenue. He needs to let the GM. He needs to quit being a GM. And then he almost gets kicked off the air on 105.3, the fans down in Dallas
This week?
yesterday. Well, no, he didn't almost get kicked off. He was going to fire the radio host, which Jones actually does not own the radio station. There's no actual affiliate except they're the voice of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So that's where all the games go.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, he's going to have his pull. If he wants those people gone, then they're
Huh.
gone. But, nope. And then he wants to come out and say that he never fires a coach during the season. Yeah, Wade Phillips.
Oh, yeah.
It's. And the issue with Dallas is they are good, but they aren't great. They're good. They're going to get those 10, 11, 12 wins. I don't know if Jason Garrett really ever had more than a 9-win season until Dak got there in his rookie year. But yet they do not get those star players at number 25 to number 30 in the draft.
Yeah.
You don't get those game changers. You get those guys that might be good or should be a second rounder.
So, with you saying that makes me feel like you kind of want them to just rebuild this season.
I want Mike McCarthy gone. I want Fossil to take over, win a couple more games just to make me happy,
Yeah.
and then, or either turn around the season and win the Super Bowl. It's not going to get done with McCarthy.
No in between.
And when Jerry Jones is still going to be the GM and making these kind of decisions, it's not going to happen. So Mike McCarthy, pretty much what Jerry Jones said yesterday is that McCarthy is going to be there until the end of the year. So nothing's going to change this year. So no, I do want them to win. I'm a Cowboys fan. Of course, I'm not going to want them to tank or.
Yeah.
But I don't want another 12-5 year.
Yeah.
Unless we actually get shit together and make changes.
Yeah, make a deep run.
It's either they need a Super Bowl, NFC Championship, something.
Yeah.
Because there's too much to where, like I said, you don't get a game-changing player from the 25th pick, really the 20th pick to the 30th pick. You don't get a game changer. You just add on to what you have.
Yeah.
Dallas doesn't have anything. And they need a game changer.
And I'm going to be honest, not just because I have him on my fantasy team, but I think CD, I want to say he is supposed to be that game changer.
He's supposed to be, but when you don't have someone lining up on the other side of the field from him, and there's always safety help.
Yeah,
that corner
exactly.
can do whatever they want.
And that leads me.
And CD is still actually getting catches and getting yards.
Yeah.
But when there's no run game, that safety can just hang out over the top. And then when there's no receiver on the other side, that safety can really just hang out.
Yep.
Both of them can really just kind of hang out.
So, as a non-Cowboys fan, in my mind, I agree with you. It's right now. It's all Jerry.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all Jerry.
It's Jerry and Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy give up play calling.
Yeah.
We have no run game, so why is it every 1st and 10 we're running the damn ball? For a 1-yard gain. Okay, now we're behind the chains. So they know we're going to pass the ball, so they're dropping back the linebackers into a zone. And now it's an incomplete pass because there's nowhere in the zone to throw it to.
Yeah. Now, besides Jerry and besides McCarthy, does this game add more or less, or are you still the same feel on deck?
I'm the same. I
Yeah,
mean, he has no support.
yeah,
He he can get the job done in the regular season, and he's shown it time and time again. He still needs to prove himself in the playoffs.
yeah,
But when you don't have a run game
yeah,
and you only have one solid receiver, yes, Brandon Cooks is a good number two, but he's on the IR. Tolbert stepped up. Ferguson's been iffy this year.
hmm
And you don't really have any route, and then you have no run game, so they can just play on the pass. It's it, what does Dak need to do?
yeah,
I mean, there he tries to do everything he can.
hmm
He's taken more sacks than I'd like,
yeah.
and then everyone would say the O line sucks. They got two rookies on the O line, except Guyton did not play this past week,
Yeah.
which I was happy about. But
Um. Now, so that he had one interception, but it was called back. Right. I can't remember if it was the defensive
yeah, it was
holding or
defensive holding.
yeah. And
And
then he
it
had
would have
that.
been caught if the defense holding wasn't there,
Yeah.
or at least would have been an
Yeah. Um. But the interception he had in the red zone.
attempt. Yeah, that was.
What is all his turnovers except for I know he had that one interception in the game, and they're like showing the sun coming in, but is most of his turnovers in the red zone this year?
Dallas has turned the ball over 4 times in the red zone, 3 interceptions from Dak, and 1 fumble from CD.
All in the red zone.
Yep.
God, I
Yep, those 4 turnovers in the red zone.
now that makes me like what I want to know what causes someone to turn the ball over that point at that point on the field.
So for Dak and the interceptions, it's yet again the run game.
Yeah,
When you know there's no run game in that shortened part of the field, you have 20 yards to protect,
yeah,
and you got 11 people on defense, so 7 defenders
yeah,
to protect that 20 yards because you're sending 4.
yeah.
It's you played quarterback.
Yeah.
It's you know how tough that is.
Now, so did you think Detroit was being very disrespectful? No, with all the shit that they tried.
No, I respect Detroit
Yeah, I
for
do
the shit
too.
that they did, even though you guys tried to fool the rest last year,
Yeah,
and we ended up winning that game, which we did win. I mean, by rule, we won the game.
yeah.
I,
You've seen what they did the first offense play they had.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I that at that point I was like, well, they're just
and at this point, I think Dallas lives rent free in Detroit's head. Um,
I don't know about before the game. Yes, right now maybe
I think if they meet up again next year, it might be different. Who knows?
not. Yeah,
Fucking whatever. If Jerry Jones is all out, we
yeah,
might actually be able to
yeah,
have a good team. But no, I think it was a point of emphasis for Detroit.
yeah. I agree.
And they showed up. They showed out. Dallas sucks this year. I
Yeah,
mean, I hate to say it, but they ain't gonna finish last in the division. Sorry, Paul. And they might finish second.
second to last or second second.
Second, number 2.
Now is that saying
Right
with
now, I only see the East sending one team into the playoffs.
and that being the Commanders.
Right now, I think it's Washington. And you know that hurts me to fucking say.
So, my take on
So now we can go to your Philly.
hold on, I want to
Oh,
say the Cowboys Detroit game. Obviously, since I'm an Eagles fan, I was happy to see the Cowboys lose. But at the same time, I've never had a problem with Detroit. I like Detroit. If I had to pick, I feel like if none of our teams made the playoffs and it was Detroit,
I was rooting for Detroit
yeah,
last year.
yeah,
Even when Dallas was still in it.
yeah, yeah. Detroit's I can't root against them very often unless they're playing my team.
They were 0-16 not
Yeah,
that long ago.
yeah.
I mean, they used to not have a team.
Mm-hmm. But no, I honestly, I'm on the fence because I'm an Eagles fan, and at the same time, I'm like, fuck yeah, the Cowboys got their ass whooped. But at the same time, I'm like, damn,
Detroit looks good.
Detroit looks good,
Well, and they can do whatever
and
the fuck they want to do.
yeah, and it's like the NFC East. We got to represent at times, you know. I was just holy shit, but like I said, I was happy that they lost. Um,
So I'll let you start on your
so
Eagles rant because I have to go take my halfway
yeah,
bathroom break.
well, I'm not gonna say much till you get back. Other than I'll start out with this. So yes, I wanted the Eagles to blow out the Browns, but this is kind of weird. Now I feel like I'm talking to myself and the camera. Like the very first episode of last season, the first ever episode of Run Past Talk. But I feel like I'm more into it now. But anyway, yes, I wanted the Eagles to blow out the Browns. And with the roster that they have on paper, they should have fucking done it. But at the same time, I'm really not that disappointed in how they didn't blow out the Browns. Because, one, they got the win. That's all that matters. In all scheme of things, is the win. Two, the Browns only had one touchdown. And it was only off of a blocked field goal. The blocked field goal was made by their best fucking player that did it last year I can't remember who. But I'm not, yeah, the Eagles should have blown out the Browns on paper, but I'm not disappointed how they did it.
And what did the Cowboys do to the Browns? Just because I gotta live there, I have to have some sort of
That was
happiness.
the first week of the season, right?
Yeah, but I have to have some sort of happiness.
Yeah.
But
But
no, what about Nick Sirianni? I mean,
so yeah.
I've seen what the fan that he had the interaction with has came out to say.
Yes.
But the game is going on.
Yes.
I mean, so where's his head at during a game?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that the fan came out and said something.
I just still don't think that saves him.
Well, the fan said during the game, himself as the fan was yelling back at Nick, run the ball, and Nick would turn around and be like, I am, or we are, calm, whatever.
Yeah.
As a head coach, you shouldn't be interacting with the fans during the game.
And he still has Big Dom, right?
Yeah.
Right next to him.
Yeah.
He isn't.
Yeah.
So that's where Sirianni has to keep his face and tell Dom hey, tell him ease it up,
yeah.
I hear you, we're good.
But at the same time, Nick put himself in such a horrible spot right now. But
Well, because his ass is already on the hot
yeah,
seat. I mean, do I want to see Mike McCarthy have to actually have some of that fire? Yes,
yeah,
but have some of that fire. Do it once or so.
have the
But
fire
Sirianni,
aim somewhere else.
he puts that himself in that situation
Hmm.
quite often.
Yeah, he did it with the Chiefs last year
Yeah,
after walking back through the tunnel. Um,
yeah. So he needs to control that, or else he's
yeah, I
gonna
I
be back to a coordinator
I agree. But like I said,
or a bouncer in Philly.
in my mind though, with the fan coming out and saying what he said,
Yeah,
I feel like it does
that,
help a little bit.
it does help Sirianni a little bit, but
It didn't look good.
you
To
still the game is going on. You've
Well, when he said that, when it showed, it was after the
yeah.
clock was at zero.
So
But
he should be going out and shaking
yeah,
hands, like. But that's it. Just shows where his mind is at. He isn't focused on the game. He's hearing the crowd.
but at the same time, Sirianni's got to understand you're in Philadelphia, and Shady, Sean
Oh
McCoy said it best. Did you see it?
yeah,
That not everybody can coach in Philadelphia. Not everybody can play in Philadelphia. I've never been. I want to.
but
I I see it though, because
and you have to understand where these Philly fans are at though too, because
yeah,
the Phillies were just
yeah.
they had a bye week.
Hmm.
They've had nothing good happen to Philadelphia.
Well, have you seen? I'm sure you realize it, but Eagles lost the Super Bowl in 2022.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's been
it's
heartbreaking, Philadelphia.
mhm.
Um, but no, Nick should, in all scheme of things, he shouldn't have done that. Maybe after going to shake hands, he could have gone over there
Or
and
just
said
turning
something.
around, shrugging his shoulders
Yeah,
instead of actually going up
yeah,
to there. And I mean, you turn around and give the quick shoulder shrug, like, "Hey, heard you,
yeah,
we're done,"
yeah.
but not going up and doing what he did.
And when I said earlier about how we had for our teams, we both had situations happen, but two completely different.
Yeah.
And then just 2 minutes ago I said how the NFC East has to represent. This week I feel like our teams have been like the main focus of the media right now,
Oh yeah. Oh,
which I feel like it's always is
well,
for some
Dallas is
reason.
always going to be in the main
Yeah,
focus. Um, and Philly's working their way up to that point just because of the fans,
yeah,
the they hate us kind of stuff.
yeah. But now, besides Nick, I do want to talk about,
I,
like I was saying,
I
everybody wanted the Eagles to blow out the Browns. Yes, I wanted that to happen too.
well, I do have a question for you, so I'm going to let you finish and
Yeah.
then I'll ask it.
Um, I seen improvement in that game. I did.
I think your defense did pretty well.
They didn't give up a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot closer, but like I said, it was only because of the blocked field goal. That's the only touchdown they had.
Yeah. So special teams.
Special teams.
Then why was it so close? I mean, if you guys control the ball on offense, and they only had that thing on that only touchdown on, so
Yeah,
on
I
special
yeah, it
teams,
was 20 to
is just the
16.
offense just not that good,
Uh,
or is the play calling too predictable so you can kind of tell what goes on, and then when he starts succeeding on something, Kellen Moore gets away from it, like
I think
like Saquon averaging 5 yards on the run, and then
yeah,
you start throwing the ball.
yeah. Yep.
So who is play calling for you guys? Is it Sirianni or is it Kellen Moore?
That's the big question in Philadelphia world right now.
Because I can tell you, it is probably Kellen Moore.
So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I can tell you it is Kellen Moore. I saw it in Dallas. It's Zeke would be having a on pace to a 200-yard game, and he has 70 yards already in the first quarter.
Yeah.
He ends up with maybe 90
So Kellen Moore just doesn't.
because he thinks everyone's just going to attack the run, so we're going to go to pass.
Yeah.
And then, oh, they think we're going to go back to the run, so we're going to go to back to pass.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's just a
I so
very predictable, very knowing.
I don't, to answer your question, I don't think it's the offense as the players together not being very good, because you can't lie.
No, it's the play call.
Yeah,
It's
it has to be the play calling, because
and Hurts can't go against what Sirianni says because he already said that last year that he was told he can't audible.
but he is audible and you can see it. He's doing it a lot more this season.
Yeah, but they're probably giving him 3 plays, and you have these 3 plays to pick from.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
But
isn't actually running his checks.
yeah. I don't know. What I do want to say though is what I did see improvement. The defense, they tackled a lot better. Now,
And
I don't know if
did
you've seen it, but CJ fucking our rookie, uh,
the white boy?
no, Mitchell, CB, he would have had an interception if CD to or CJ ran into him, and
So
he was pissed.
did the white boy actually get the start?
Yeah, and
Dejeen?
I would say he was the best tackler out on the field that
Because
game because he was
he
everywhere,
didn't even actually get the full start at corner. He was the nickel back.
but he only one allowed one catch on him, and I think it wasn't even a deep one.
So are white TVs back?
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, they are back.
You racist.
No, but on Jalen's standpoint, seeing him run the ball like he did that game, he ran harder than the last time I seen him run that hard was in 2022, and I'm not lying. I'm not kidding.
What was he? Is it because he could go and talk to Deshaun after the game, see where the good sausages are?
Yeah, but and then he dropped some dimes to AJ Brown, and AJ Brown. Have you seen those catches he had? Oh my
I
god!
watched maybe 3 minutes of your game.
The two biggest catches AJ Brown had that game. The defender was all over him. It was awesome.
Why did I turn my head back around to see that?
But no, a bunch of people are like, oh, the Eagles aren't really that good. They didn't blow out the Browns, but I'm not disappointed.
The the Chiefs haven't blown out anybody this year,
Yeah,
and they're the #1 team in the power rankings.
yeah.
It's the thing is you play your game. I mean, should K State have blown out Colorado? On paper, yes.
But I feel
But
like people,
in reality, no.
yeah, I feel like people. It's easy for everybody to get away from what actually matters.
And that's winning.
Yes,
It's not covering the spread that Vegas says that you should be putting up this many points and beating this team by this much.
exactly.
Yes, should have Alabama beaten Vanderbilt by 40?
Yes,
Yeah,
on paper.
yeah, that should have happened.
Yeah, but it didn't.
When Kansas City plays Jacksonville, should they beat them by 30?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if it doesn't happen and Kansas City still wins, guess what? It's still a W.
Yeah, that's what.
Detroit was only 3-point favorites against Dallas.
Yeah,
I don't even know how much they won by. I quit keeping track.
38.
And so it, people need to get that out of their mind. Yes, there are spreads. Yes, things are close. You typically can look at a spread and say, okay, yeah, that's what's probably going to happen.
Yeah. But
Which where I think when we get into our picks, you and I might have some pretty different ones this week. Because there's some pretty different matchups out there.
yeah, I don't know.
But the only other thing I want to talk about is probably Russell Wilson starting about for Pittsburgh.
Do you think he's going to be rusty?
Oh yeah,
Very rusty?
he wasn't his form in Denver, and I
Yeah.
think they're going to try and get him back into his form, which he's too washed up to be in. I mean, dude, the Katy Perry Super Bowl when they lost to New England, which was his last Super Bowl, was 11 freaking years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
I,
And I
or
forget
no,
about it. It
no,
was a
it may
long.
have been 10 years ago,
Still.
but shit, I'll just Google left shark.
Uh, I think he's going to be rusty too.
No, I think at this point he should really actually just look at being a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
That will pay him a ton.
So, do you think if he does bad this game, they're like, all right, fuck it, we're going back to Fields?
Yeah.
Like, Wilson has one game to prove that he has some fight in him.
Yeah. So, 2015, February of 2015 was the last time Wilson was in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, Dak's never been there.
No, but it
It's
is also almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like Wilson's got one game to prove to Tomlin that he's got some fight and he can maybe do something. And if he doesn't, Fields is coming right back in. But let's get into our pick'ems, huh? Oh, you want to do lose'ems this week, even though Jaden's not here?
Yeah, we can do lose'ems.
Yeah, let's do lose'ems and then we'll get into our pick'ems. So,
I'll take a glance at the Dodgers up 2-0 in the bottom of the third.
And it's in LA.
It's back in New York. It's in the Queens.
Ooh. Now Jaden's not here. We're gonna do our lose'ems because last week we said we were gonna do them this week, and then because the week before we didn't have a podcast, and then the week before that, Jaden wasn't here, right?
Yeah, last week we didn't do them. The week before we canceled and then he wasn't here that week.
So we haven't done lose'ems in a little bit, but we're gonna do them because I don't want to not do them again.
Yeah. No, so I was just looking back at any NFL news and stuff, so that may have came through while we were on air. So.
Yeah.
But nothing else.
So you are winning lose'ems right now.
Yeah, I'm 0-2.
Yeah.
Or 0-3. What?
0-3. You are winning. For new listeners, we call it lose'ems. I will give over-unders on players, but whoever loses that week is actually the winner, but we have to legitly pick
what we think will win.
Yes. We are trying to win, but it's actually the losers that win.
Which I think Jaden isn't here, but I don't care. So we wanted to throw $10 into a pot, the three of us, so there's a $30 pot. And if you actually get your shit right and are winning at that point,
yeah,
you get your $10 back, and then whoever actually loses the stuff gets the 20.
Yeah.
And the person in the middle just You're out your $10.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Screw you, Jaden. Show up to the podcast and you have a decision into it.
Yeah. All right. So here's episode 7 loseums the picks that I got. I
Man, he's
have.
going to be down in episode 2.
Yeah.
If we're doing them this.
He is. That's.
So what? That's a half point?
Yeah. He's not here. He's missed 3 so far, and we're only on episode 7.
About this being, I think he's out $10 because
Yeah.
I'm going to get the 20 and you'll probably get your 10 back.
Yeah. So the first guy I got on this list, Aaron Rodgers, over under 4 passing TDs at Pittsburgh. Second guy, Justin Jefferson, over under 100 yards receiving versus Detroit. Chuba Hubbard, over under 75 yards rushing at Washington. Mahomes, over under 1 interception at San Francisco. Jalen Hurts, over under 20 fantasy points at the Giants. And then the Vikings defense, over under 3 sacks versus Detroit. You pick first because you are winning.
Give me the under on Justin.
Under 100 yards receiving.
I don't think Sam Darnold's going to have enough time. Or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same time.
Who are they going?
They're playing Detroit.
No, never mind.
No?
Because they just lost Agent.
And I
So give me over.
over 100 yards.
Yes.
I was going to say.
Because they did just lose Aiden Hutchinson, who is like the heart of their pass defense.
Okay. And I was going to say, before you finally make your decision on Jefferson, I was watching the Insiders or the Fantasy Live, and I didn't realize, but Justin Jefferson has had over 120 yards receiving against Detroit for like 2-3 years now.
Yeah. So, yeah, give me over 100 for
Okay.
Justin.
I think I know who you think I'm going to pick.
Well, I think you're going to go with the Hurts one because that's what you threw in there, but I don't think you feel like you can.
No. I threw Hurts in there because I haven't thrown him in there at all. I mean,
I don't know why I think we went through Jaden on the phone.
give him a call. Yeah, I'll call him. I'll call him before I make mine. Or you call him. My phone's
I'll say
up.
your phone's up there.
Yeah. Hopefully he answers.
He might be on the toilet. Who knows?
If he's on the toilet, that'd be crazy to hear on the podcast. I don't know if it'd be the first ever for a podcast, but it'd be first ever here.
Why don't you put it up toward
Yeah.
your mic because it's going to hear better.
Please leave your message.
Oh,
He freaking ignored it.
Oh, Jaden. I'm going to call him again.
Please leave your message.
Oh, that motherfucker.
He's probably on a date with Betsy.
Oh, Jaden. All we were going to do is have you pick your loseums. That's it. All right, well, he's out $10.
Yep. So what do you got?
I'm picking Mahomes. I'm saying he's having
No picks or 2 picks or more?
I'm
'Cause
saying
you're saying
one.
one.
I'm saying more.
Do you think he's going to throw 2?
Over. I don't think he doesn't have many guys to throw to. And they're playing San Francisco at San Francisco.
That's where I think we're going to be different in our picks
You think?
this week.
Huh.
No, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. I'm going Mahomes. Over one interception.
So I got Double J
Yep.
over 100. got Mahomes 2 picks
Yep.
or more,
Or more.
but 2 picks.
Yep. All right. Now on to our pick'ems.
You know, my wife is gonna kill you.
God, Jaden. I thought that was gonna be really cool because
Yeah,
it
I
didn't
mean,
work out
just
last time. We had technical difficulties the last time we tried to call someone.
yeah with Rob,
Yeah.
but then Jaden just
Yeah. All right, you got them pulled up.
I got my picks pulled.
Okay.
You actually have your picks in.
Yeah.
All right.
Did
Jaden
you?
probably doesn't.
No.
Which I want to go back to look to last week because he said he didn't have his picks
Mm-hmm.
last week. Or yeah, he was here last week. So Jaden, week 6.
I went 11-3 last week.
Yeah, he actually did put in his picks.
But did he do? I can't remember. Did he do them while we were?
I think he did it while we were recording, but
Yeah.
hey, at least he
He
did
did.
them because in week 5, no picks. Week 4, no picks. Week 3, no picks.
Jaden.
So, whoa. There's a change in standings.
Is there?
I'm number 1.
What's your record?
I'm 55 and 37. You're 49 and 29.
So did you have a better week last week?
I didn't think I did, but I must have because I went 10-4.
I went 11-3 last week, so it must have been the week before.
I went 9-5.
The week before?
Yeah.
I went 10-6. I don't know.
Oh,
Or wait.
you went 0-0. Apparently, it did not register your picks that week
Damn.
when we weren't on air.
Yeah. Fuck. Alright. Well, you're 55 and what?
55 and 37.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't register because I'm 49 and 29. So, all right. Tomorrow night's matchup.
I think it'll be an ugly game.
I agree. So I picked the Broncos last week. They that didn't happen. I'm picking the Saints.
I want Saints.
Yeah.
I hope Derek Carr will be back because Rattler had a decent performance, but didn't impress me very much.
No.
Jaden was all about Rattler last week.
Yeah. The Patriots versus the Jags. This is in London again. Now,
Back-to-back games for Jacksonville.
so they do that often. They did that last year too.
I guess this is like the 3rd year, or they have played in London every year except COVID.
Yeah. Now, why is it always them?
They have no home fan base.
I was gonna
So
say,
they
is
just
it because
throw them over there just to try and get revenue out of them?
Yeah. I picked the Patriots. Granted, I know the players, they all stayed there, and Patriots are coming in. But honestly, Drake May, dude, yeah, he had I think 2 picks. He looked a little rusty at the beginning, but then he kind of,
I'm with you.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean 77% picked Jacksonville, but
Mhm.
I'm with you. I picked New England.
Yeah.
Because yes, they are starting Drake May. He did have a rough start last week, but he's a rookie.
Yeah, first game, and
I mean, you have enough time on that airplane to go to London to see everything.
yep,
And what's Jacksonville been doing all week? Vacationing? Have
Yeah.
they been actually really taking it serious, practicing?
mm-hmm.
And I'm shocked they didn't send their head coach home this past week. But then I remembered they're playing in London again.
Yeah,
So are we going to get 2 London firings this year?
Yeah. But no, I picked the Pacers just because I feel like
No, I think Drake May is going to have enough time. I think he actually didn't do too bad last year
yeah,
or last week.
yeah,
And he's going to have enough time to actually sit down with his QB coach, his
yep,
coordinator, and say, hey, this is what I saw, this is what. And he's going to have that learning experience one-on-one with them on that airplane
yeah,
over.
yep, exactly. This game, I'm actually surprised on the percentage of picks because, to my knowledge, I don't think Gino's not hurt. DK DK's not hurt.
No, everyone's.
Yeah, I picked the Falcons though, just like 82%.
Yeah, I picked the Falcons, and like you, I was kind of shocked at that percentage is. But Seattle started 3-0,
Yeah,
had a hot start, are on a cold streak.
yeah,
That cold streak might
yeah,
snap. I mean, I'm half tempted to switch over to Seattle, but I think Atlanta's playing some good ball.
yeah. I agree with you. I think they are too. This game, I feel like it's easy.
99.
Yeah, I got the Bills also.
I
The
kind of want to
Titans.
just go to that 1% just to see.
See if you can raise it.
Yeah. But no, I got the Bills.
Yeah, I got the
It's
Bills too.
Battle of Ohio.
Yeah. Now, the records show that both of them suck, obviously. But I think, yeah, the Bengals just beat the Giants,
Ooh,
but they are coming off of a win at least.
Dallas beat the Giants too.
Well, I'm just saying the Browns are getting Nick Chubb back this week. But at the same time, how much is he going to actually play coming off that big injury and all that?
Well, with that weak O line,
Yeah.
both of them have a weak O line.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you put them together.
Oh, that reminds me of the closing statements. But anyway, I picked the Bengals.
Yeah, I took Cincy. Here, I think we might be different.
Houston versus Green Bay. I got Houston.
I got the Cheeseheads.
Really? Is it?
It's in Lambeau.
Yeah.
Things are starting to get colder,
Mhm.
and Love is starting to come back to last year's form. So yeah, I took the G-Men.
All right. Well.
Well, I guess a lot of people think the G-Men are the Giants, but that original term came to Green Bay first.
Yeah.
But
This is
I took the Packers.
a close pick, close-ish
Yeah.
pick percentage-wise, but yeah, I got Houston. Now for some reason when I was doing this, I instantly picked Miami, but then I was like, what the hell am I doing? The Tua's not playing.
And Richardson's
Yeah.
coming back for
Yeah.
the Colts.
I picked the Colts. Is that who you got?
Yeah, but it's still the Colts.
Yeah.
They aren't. Sorry, Devon, if you actually listen to us, even though I haven't talked to you in a few weeks. But yeah, I didn't tell you he came into the store
Did he?
a month or two ago.
I tell you what, I get updates on. For some reason, I haven't taken away notification when he gets online.
He said it's his wife.
Oh, is it? Because you do
Yeah,
too.
'cause
You get
he's
them.
playing PC.
Okay.
So
You get the updates too.
I don't get the updates, but I brought it up because there was that one time we were online and it said he was, and I sent him invites, and apparently they just like hurried up and dropped off.
Oh.
And so
Yeah. Okay. Because at weird times, like the other day, it was 10 o'clock on Monday, and I was like, what the hell?
yeah, no, that was his wife.
Okay. But yeah, I picked the Colts.
Here's a matchup.
So yes, here
Matchup
is a
that-
matchup.
It sucks that it's a noon
I know.
game. Like, how is this not in a prime time or a
Well-
3 o'clock slate game?
Why didn't this game get? Oh, it did muscle out. No, it didn't. Not this one.
No, they are in. Like all these games have already been set. There's no flex scheduling yet.
Wait, no, I just seen something that
They're trying to
the
get it.
Bengals, the Eagles and Bengals game that's later.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a matchup, and I do agree with you. But at the same time, I feel like they didn't expect the Vikings to be
Where they're at.
where they're at. I honestly don't know who you would have picked, but at the same time, I feel like you should pick the same as I picked. I picked Detroit because, like I said, there's a guy at work. He's a Vikings fan. He's all hyped that they're undefeated, but I told him, I said, yeah, it's awesome that they're undefeated, but when they play Detroit, that's the real test.
Yeah. And it is. I think that offense is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. But it is a good defense. And they're coming off a bye.
I'm switching.
Oh.
Give me Skull. I think now with Aiden out,
I don't know.
with that defense that they have, they're playing at home, and Detroit not having Hutchinson now,
Detroit does have the number one rush defense.
they don't have to run the ball, I don't think.
I don't know. If this wasn't at noon,
I am switching to Minnesota. I think. I mean, I already picked Jefferson to have over 100.
yeah.
I did have Detroit picked before I came over here, and I just switched it. The more I thought about it now, with they aren't going to be able to pressure
Yeah.
them now. I think Sam Darnold's actually going to get them to 6-0.
6-0. I guess if this game wasn't at the same time as the Eagles game, I would watch.
Do I think they're going to win the NFC North? No. I think Minnesota will fall at some point.
Yeah.
But I don't think that right now this is the point.
Yeah.
I think once they have to go to Detroit,
yeah,
that's when they're going to.
This is going to be a fucking good game. I believe.
Yeah, I think I might actually have to watch that one. Or turn it on, take a nap too on Sunday.
Yeah. All right. This game.
No one cares about this game.
Dad, I picked my Eagles. Sorry.
Is your dad?
My dad's.
Is he home on Sunday?
No, he's not.
He doesn't have the 48?
Not this weekend. He did last weekend.
Well, that was back-to-back weekends. I figured the 48 was going to start being a regular.
Oh, no. He has to earn points.
Oh.
Or whatever they call them. But no, the Eagles versus the Giants. Obviously, I picked my Birds. 90% did.
I picked Philly. I'm a part of that 90.
Yeah. This is an easy game, I feel like.
I don't know if it's so easy. I mean, once you lose a big player, the team, just like a head coach, they tend to rally.
Yeah.
And the Rams, they aren't 100%. I mean, Cup's still out. Nakua's still out.
Is Cup coming back this week?
He's practicing. He might have limited time.
Okay.
Might. I mean, Deron Bland, he was activated from IR last week, and he could have played, but they decided to bench him.
I picked the Rams on
Raiders
versus the Rams.
I picked them too, but with that D line that the Raiders do have, if Max Crosby decides if his hamstring isn't hurting him too, because I mean there was talk he kind of wants a little bit out too.
Yeah.
But
even though he has the Raiders tattoo on him.
Well, and that's where it's like, what's the media deploying?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
No, I think the Rams do edge it out.
Okay, maybe not easy as the sense of an easy win. I think it's easy as
it's a blowout.
You think it's a blowout? No, not this next game.
No.
I'm still talking about the Rams versus the Raiders.
Oh, I thought you moved on.
I was just saying that not an easy win,
No,
but easy to pick the Rams to win. Whether that's by 1, by 3, I just feel like they will win. They will edge it out, like you said.
they're gonna edge it out.
Yeah.
No, this one's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah, this one's easy to pick because obviously it's the Commanders versus the Panthers.
But I can't pick Washington.
He did not pick the fucking
No,
Panthers.
I did pick Washington.
Yeah. I picked Washington too. This game. So
I'm happy it's a 3:25 game. This is the game I will be watching Sunday afternoon.
yeah.
I was in Kansas City for the Super Bowl.
So this reminds me too. I guess I never realized, but thinking about it, so the Eagles played the Chiefs last season.
Mhm.
That was a Super Bowl rematch. Do they do that all the time?
No. What kind of? They
And I've never
when
really
you're
thought
number
about
one,
it.
you have to play like top tier teams, and it just happens to fall when you're playing that division or like it's in that rotation.
Okay.
But no, I think this is going to be a hell of a game because San Fran's backloaded.
Yeah.
On their offense.
Yep.
It's in San Fran.
Yep.
I still think that the Chiefs somehow edge it out.
You think it's going to be a close game?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to OT like the Super Bowl. But it's different OT rules. I honestly would not be surprised if it ends in a tie. But I am picking the Chiefs. It's going to be one score, and I think it's going to go OT.
Huh. What happens if it does tie?
They have a tie.
But like for us on Pick'em.
It goes down as a tie. So we have our record, win, lose, tie.
Okay. Well, I picked the 49ers because it's in San Francisco. I agree with you, though. It's going to be a close game.
This is going to be the game I watch
This
in the afternoon.
This game and the Detroit game, and obviously the Eagles game are the 3 games I want to watch.
Well, for the 3:30 slot,
Yeah.
This will be the game I watch because you have that.
Then you got this next
the Washington Carolina game and the Rams Raiders.
Yeah. Now,
because there's 2 Monday night games again this week.
Yeah. The Jets versus the Steelers. Even though the Jets just got Adams and they said that he will be playing, I picked the Steelers.
Give me the Jets.
Really?
They're going to new starting quarterback. Wilson's starting.
I know. That defense of the Steelers.
They're strong, but you never lose that connection when you had that one.
Yeah.
Hey, Devontae is Aaron's like number 1.
Yeah.
Always has been, will be. You never lose that connection. It's like the one that you thought you lost that came back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just give me the Jets.
All right, I got the Steelers.
If they went with Fields, I might pick them because I think they'll be able to kill the clock more.
Yeah.
But
I wish they would. This Sunday night game and the 3:30 game were different. I wish Chiefs and 49ers was a Sunday night game.
No, I hate Sunday night
games. I know, because you got to stay up a little bit if you want to watch it.
Well, dude, I have to be up at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. The Ravens versus the Bucks. I picked the Ravens because now the Ravens are scary.
They're playing some good ball.
Yeah.
And is Vita Vea still out?
I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea. I forgot how big that dude is.
Oh,
he's big, bro.
He takes both A gaps.
Yeah.
I took Baltimore.
Yeah.
And then the shit bowl.
Yeah. Chargers versus the Cardinals. I picked the Chargers. I honestly, I don't know. I didn't really think about this one.
I was gonna pick the Chargers, but it's in Arizona. Harbaugh just had a heart attack.
Is that what it was?
There's some sort of flutter technical term, but yeah, he pretty much had like a minor heart attack.
Yeah.
It's in Arizona, so you Philly fans, that field sucks. Blah blah blah. Arizona has to be used to be playing on it, so give
Yeah.
me Arizona.
All right. We'll see. But no. So when you said, I can't remember what brought it up, but it reminded me about bringing them together, something together. Did you see what Benson did? Our old high school.
Yeah, they're done.
They're done. I heard that on the radio the other day.
They actually made the radio? Because I've been getting like news break on my phone.
I haven't gotten a news break, or not that I paid attention to.
Well, I have actually an app that's called News Break.
Oh.
And so I get like all the local news
Yeah.
and stuff. No, it's crazy. It's Benson has fallen from when we went there.
That's exactly what I said when I heard that.
I mean, I think they've only put up maybe 18 points this football season.
Yeah, and they haven't won a game, I think, in 3 years, 4 years.
I don't know. And then the baseball team disappeared for a while.
Yeah.
They had to merge with North.
Mm-hmm.
Because North and Benson couldn't put a baseball team together.
And back on our day,
North freaking went and won. Didn't they win a state or
they were fucking. They were good.
Well,
I don't remember
they
if
were
they
running.
won.
They had their winner were runner ups.
Yeah. Which is
And,
just holy shit.
But yeah, it's no one wants to go to be a bunny.
Well, I heard on the radio it's because of low participation.
Yeah, I think they have like players like, hey, we suck, so I'm done.
Yeah.
Like quitting and stuff. Like
kids aren't getting good grades, or kids are getting in trouble.
Well,
I don't know.
When I hear low participation, I just assume like you guys only put up 18 points.
Yeah.
So
fuck.
Like they just quit showing up because we aren't good, so we're done.
Do you think they should merge whoever wants to play at Benson with Burke? Someone on Facebook said something about merging like Benson, Burke, and Northwest, and then merging. I can't remember who else, but merging schools together. But then at the same time, it's like, then who the hell do you play? Yeah, other than Millard and Papillion schools.
Millard, Elkhorn. Well, Benson just played North Platte 2 weeks ago.
Holy shit. God.
I think that was 63-6.
Oh man, that's
so I gave
sad.
Kudos to the kids that stuck it out.
Yeah.
That didn't quit. That were right there.
Yep.
I mean, to me, you have to field 22 players.
Yeah.
Granted, you only need 11.
But that's 11 playing both sides of the ball all the time.
Yeah. You don't have Travis Hunter on every team.
Yeah.
For each 11 players.
Yeah. Could you imagine the quarterback going out and then
playing safety quarterback? Well, that's not even more my. Can you imagine your 5-0 lineman just turning right back around playing D-line?
No. That would be hell.
Kick return, kickoff return.
God damn.
I mean, you're on the field for 100-some snaps as an lineman. Yeah. I'm a big boy. I played line. I played line. I played quarterback. No. I was a punter.
God damn.
No, don't give me that. I mean, they might as well just pull some Monroe players.
Yeah.
And hey, you guys want an early start?
Yeah. God damn, that's sad though.
Become a Mustang to go to a bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speed track with a Mustang.
What?
You're on the speed track. You go from a Mustang to a bunny.
Yeah. fast. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Um, hopefully Jaden makes next week. I don't know. Hopefully I might have to have a talk with him. But go
Go.
Birds!
Go Cats. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?